People was working every day. I ain't into all that shit. I robbed dope boys. That's what I did. I ain't fucking with nobody, no hard people walking home, snatching pocketbooks and doing all dumb ass. No, we ain't doing that. I don't even go in banks. Sure. I should've.
So how it was, what led you to go to Bennettsville?
I end up leaving Big Sandy and going to Bennettsville. I was in Inez, Kentucky in Big Sandy. Then I went from there to Bennettsville, South Carolina.
So basically you had to do your time in Big Sandy without any shots and anything like that?
Yeah, man, I went up there, man. I wanted to be a straight A student, man. I didn't want to go up there with nothing. I'm gonna get out of the way. Listen, time they let me see my counselor. It was a white dude. I said, listen, man, what I got to do? What do I have to do to get off this mountain, man? I said, I'm far away from home. It was snowing up here at this time when I'm talking to him. I said, I'm far away from home, man. I ain't never been in no snow. You got me on top of this mountain. So anyway, he wrote down a schedule for me, like some kind of itinerary, and told me what I had to do. A few classes I had to take. I had to take a few classes, volunteer, a little extra duty here, extra duty there. Anyway, make a long story short, I stayed there close to 2 years and got up out of there, man. So when I left there, that's when I went to Bennettsville. Bennettsville is a high medium. Like most dudes, like it's so many dudes I was at Big Sandy with that came there with me, as well as I met a lot of dudes that was there that had been to the Big Sandys and the Lee counties and the Hazeltons and shit like that. Cause them spots rock too. We be talking about Big Sandy. Them spots, they get busy too. Mm-hmm. Hazelton, you know what I'm saying? You get fucked up over there, man.
How it was going to be Bennettsville? How you tell
Man, that was my first medium. I had been in a maximum security prison for 18 years by the time I got to Bennettsville.
So it wasn't a wall at Bennettsville?
No. You could actually see the parking lot. You could see trees. Mm-hmm. And when I say that, y'all, you can see the parking lot and see trees, is that when you in the pen, you can't see that because it ain't necessarily a wall around it, but it is a wall around it. Because years ago, they stopped them from making a wall around penitentiaries. I don't know if you knew this, Casey. They stopped them. A long time ago, they stopped them from doing it because they said that it was inhumane, that it fucked with the psych or something. But what the crackers did was they got smart and they designed the dorms like in a goddamn octagon shape. And I think all the compounds is in the middle. You got the soccer field, you got the basketball court, you got the goddamn baseball field down there. So everything, in a sense, they took the wall down, but they designed the prison to make it look like a wall. Mm-hmm. And goddamn, that's how they got away with it. So anyway, when I went to Bennettsville, they didn't have none of that. They just had like individual units, sprawled. Man, that shit looked beautiful when I got there. I got there and saw all that grass. I'm like, what the fuck?
Did they have like B1 and B2, or they still had 4 units?
Yeah, Bennettsville had 3 units. No, 4. You're right. Bennettsville had 4 units. And in each unit, they had 4. Like they got 4 right here, they got 4 right here, they got 4 right here, and 4 right here. So they got 12 units. Cause look, I was in B3. OG Freeze was in B1. So he was down here and I was kind of cold to him, but all of us slept in B unit. Meaning that when they say B unit come out, it's 4 dorms coming up out of B unit. All us live in B unit, we just live in A, B, C, and D. That's how it is.
Right. So that still lives on the B1, B2.
Man, South Carolina, man, you got to think, man, that place over there got a whole lot of little mediums around that spot. Mm-hmm. You got Bennettsville, you got Estelle, you got, what's the other one? Bennettsville, Estelle, I can't think of the other one, man. They got about 3 or 4 of them, but they got the prison industrial system down there on smash, man.
Mm-hmm. So, how did you do your time in Bennettsville? Say you was at the medium now.
Man, when I went to Bennettsville, man, and seeing how sweet it was, man, I loved Bennettsville, man. Y'all can call me institutionalized, but for a man that was doing time, that's where you wanted to be, bro. Mm-hmm. If it was 1,600 people on that compound, it was 1,000 cell phones. No joke. A cell phone at Bennettsville costed $3,500. And they was, listen, a $60 cell phone from Walmart, a nigga gonna give you $3,500 cash, nigga. You can have 10 of them, nigga, and you ain't gonna have them bitch before sundown. Nigga, that's $35,000. Nigga were flying drones across the gate, nigga, to get them bitches in. Between the police and goddamn niggas getting it in through the kitchen, through the meat and all that old shit like that right there. OG motherfucking Freeze know what time that is, because he done had his hand in shit like that when them cell phones coming in and all that type shit. Yeah, man, they had that bitch popping.
And all that though.
Huh?
The charges and all that.
You know them goddamn Radio Shack motherfuckers gonna make a charger. That ain't nothing. We charging that motherfucker like a mother. We charging that bitch with batteries sometimes. Batteries is the big thing too. The niggas making battery packs and they making a charger for the cell phone out of like a cardboard little box. You know them crackers and niggas and Mexicans in there crafty as a motherfucker. And we got chargers like a motherfucker. We ain't have to worry about no charger. Me, nigga, I used to plug my shit up in the wall. I had done went through the battery stage. I'm spending $50, $60 a month just on batteries.
Mm-hmm.
I had to went through that stage. Then they hadn't got, you know what I'm saying? They hadn't got a little bit more advanced with it. And now, goddamn it, we using them goddamn crackers electricity to keep this bitch fired up. Dog, I had some, listen, man, I hadn't got so comfortable, my nigga. I used to be laying in my motherfucking bunk, and I had a cord running, you know, the goddamn, cause we using the outlet right there with a, you know, where you turn the motherfucking light off. Where you turn the light on and off. That's the cord. I had a long ass cord running from right there down by the door, you know what I'm saying, because I kept it wrapped in a towel by the door, and I have it running on the side of my bunk, and nigga, I be laying in my motherfucking bunk, nigga with 27 years on my cell phone with my shit charged, and I ain't worried about this bitch going out of charge. I'm on this bitch all night long.
You got about a 15-yard piece of wire running from the...
Man, I called a nigga at the goddamn electrical shop over there and gave that nigga ass 10 books for that goddamn wire. Look, man, I need a long piece. Man, come on, you know in prison you can get anything. If you got money, you can get anything.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can get anything. They don't give a fuck. But yeah, man, it was sweet time over at Bennettsville. Bennettsville, man. We ate good. We hung out. I met some good men.
How you met Freeze?
I met OG Freeze because OG Freeze, like I said, he was in the same unit as me. He wasn't in the same dorm, but he was in the same unit. And OG Freeze is a crook, just like I am. Mm-hmm. So crooks in prison, you know, tend to run together. And goddamn, when I mean crooks, is we crooks. Like I tell people all the time, and I don't say it to brag, is that I was a criminal in prison. I dealt in drugs, coke, heroin, alcohol, not bragging about it, but can't nobody tell me what it feel like to be sitting in there with 27 years and your people ain't got the means, you know what I'm saying, to look out for you, you know, friends and family and women in and out your life, you know what I'm saying? It's either that or you suffer for 27 years. That's the position that they put you in. If you ain't coming there with money, if you ain't come in prison with money and you got time to do and you ain't got no hustle or you ain't got nobody looking out for you, you're going to suffer. And what I mean suffer is it's going to be times you can't get you an ice cold soda. You know, because niggas sell sodas on ice and all. There's going to be times you can't get a haircut. You know, it's going to be times you might be hungry. Well, me, I didn't want to live like that. No, I ain't want to live like that because I had done been to state prison before and I know what it feel like to be like that. So I'm saying in my mind is that this going to be the rest of my life. Like I'm 29 years old, you know what I'm saying? And they want me to do 24 years on this shit. So you think I'm finna sit up in this motherfucker and be hungry and all this money in this bitch? All this money in this bitch around me and these crackers institution and they got corrupt polices in here. They bringing in drugs. They bringing in phones. We dealing with them. I'm dealing with regular cons every day on the motherfucking compound. Yeah, I did what I had to do. And when I got to motherfucking Bennettsville, man, that shit was sweet as a bitch, dog. Mm-hmm. Man, listen, man. Time I got there, I was so fucked up, right? I had done been in the pen, like I say, 17, 18 years. So when I got in that bitch, niggas say, hey, man, you want to call your people? So I said, like, yeah, hell yeah, because I hadn't heard it was phones over there, because they was calling Bennettsville the baby Atlanta.
Right.
That's what they was calling that. Like, boy, if you want to get anywhere sweet, boy, you see, you're going to go over there to Atlanta, and let me go on straighten this. I know I done made some videos about Atlanta, but y'all have to realize that Atlanta is a holdover as well as a compound. Now, the compound of Atlanta was sweet as a bitch. Them niggas was over there getting hundreds of $1,000s from tax money and dope money, man. When they shut that bitch down, they shut it down about 2 years ago. Man, they got about 5 pounds of meth out that motherfucker. They got around about 1,200 cell phones from that bitch. They came in here to raid, right? The prison was going on normal one day, bro. The feds came in there in a raid. Didn't lock the prison down. No. They had buses lined up. And all the inmates, nigga, and they got their ass up out of there, nigga. They arrested some police, indicted motherfuckers and everything. Listen, niggas had to wait months to get their property, dog. They didn't say grab shit. No, get on the bus. All you 1,500 motherfuckers, get on the bus, nigga. Man, them niggas was over there eating like a bitch. Man, them niggas was chewing like a bitch over there in Atlanta, bruh. They was chewing hard, man. You had some niggas over there. You had a whole lot of niggas that had $200,000, $300,000, $400,000 over there, dog. Niggas that had them been in the system with me and had them been juggling like I'm juggling, just trying to hold on or whatever and just take care of my little family. But nigga, when they went to Atlanta, nigga, they got rich.
Right.
They went over there and got rich as a bitch. Them niggas buying motherfucking bitches' Benzes and buying their motherfucking mama's houses and niggas running off with 75,000. Nigga, if you in prison, nigga, you goddamn slimy ass cousin that ran off with 75,000, nigga, goddamn, nigga, you made, nigga, you got some money somewhere. But anyway, when I went to Bennettsville, man, it was motherfucking sweet as a bitch, man. You know what I'm saying? There was a bunch of solid niggas there. I met goddamn old motherfucking J-ROC, Sin City / BMF. Shout out to J-ROC. You know what I'm saying? That's my nigga. Solid nigga. Hey, man, me and J-ROC, right? J-ROC had a cell phone. I had a cell phone. J-ROC in the cell with Tay. I'm in the cell with Bird, my homeboy I was on the joint with now. Now, the whole unit got cell phones. You know what I'm saying? Now, imagine this. Me and Bird got a cell phone. Bird got one, I got one. Both of us in the same cell. I might be on my top bunk all night fucking with my phone. This how wide open this bitch is, bro. You know what I'm saying? He down there fucking with his cell phone. So it's probably 2 or 3 o'clock. You know what I'm saying? Whatever, we get tired as a motherfucker, I go to sleep. Boom, I go out. Look down there a little bit later, Bird out. Boom. Now, J-ROC and Tay live right next door to us. Next thing you know, I heard noise, but I'm thinking I don't hear noise. Like, what the fuck? I open my eyes. You know how you like kind of sleep? God damn it, but you can feel shadows over your eyes?
Right.
Nigga, I open my motherfucking eye. Nigga with 5 motherfucking crackers in that motherfucking room, dog. Don't move. They telling us, don't move. I got my phone on the side of me, right? You know what I'm saying? Right. Goddamn it, I'm on the top bunk, goddamn it. I got my phone on the side of me when he's saying don't motherfucking move because I'm trying to wedge that bitch down, hopefully it fall or any goddamn thing because I can't grab it and put it in my motherfucking hand.
Right.
Goddamn it, I done fell asleep with the bitch on my chest. So anyway, they tell me not to move. Don't move, Dixon. Don't fucking move. So I'm like, goddamn, man, I ain't done a goddamn thing. What the fuck? Next thing you know, one of them grabbed my goddamn leg, the other grabbed my arm, sling me off the bunk. They don't motherfucking slam me, and then they just grab me and motherfucking stably, lay my ass on the ground, pat me down, make sure I ain't got nothing. They do the same thing to Bird. We don't know that they hitting J-ROC and Tay next door at the same time. This at 2:30 in the morning now. This is a stone cold raid.
Right.
So after they, you know what I'm saying, after they shook us down, I guess they make sure we ain't got no weapons on us and nothing like that. They grabbed one of the phones. I guess, you know what I'm saying. Now after they got us secured, they looking on the side of the bunks. Now they I think they grabbed Bird's phone. That's what they did. They grabbed the phone. We already know they finna lock this door once they take us to the little room up there, the little goddamn activity. They finna tear this bitch up anyway. Right. They just got the, you know what I'm saying, they just got the first phone anyway. Anyway, my nigga, they take us to the goddamn day room. As I'm walking out my cell, I see J-ROC and motherfucking Tay right behind us in motherfucking handcuffs. So now it's 4 of us. Right. You got Bird in the front, I'm the second. I think J-ROC behind me, Tay, you know what I'm saying, Tay behind J-ROC. Man, they take us to that goddamn activity room, all us looking crazy as a motherfucker. Because you got to think, we probably had these cell phones now for probably a year at this time, or 9 months, 8 months. I know it more, you know what I'm saying? Know it wasn't nothing we had just had, goddamn, we had been rolling in this shit. Mm-hmm. So anyway, man, the squad in that bitch, they done came in that motherfucker. So they in and out the rooms and shit like that. We ain't really talking in there, you know what I'm saying? Because you got the police standing by the door. You know what I'm saying? The police kind of standing guard by the door while all 4 of us in there. So really ain't nothing else to talk about. You know what I'm saying? We ain't going back and forth about no phones or what's in the room or what ain't in the room. You know what I'm saying? We just handcuffed in that bitch looking at each other like this right here. Like, god damn, I'm thinking about that goddamn phone. I'm thinking about these motherfucking bitches. I'm thinking about some motherfucking money I might got lined up. Nigga got my hands in something. These cracking done disturbed my motherfucking groove like this here. Right. One of these hot ass, rat ass niggas done told on a nigga. You hating ass niggas. You know what I'm saying? Goddamn, all type of emotions going through my mind. Now I'm finna go back here in this motherfucking shoe. I'm finna be locked down in this stale ass, crust ass motherfucker with my motherfucking celly that's sitting next to me that I live with any motherfucking way. So goddamn, this finna be a headache for the both of us. So anyway, they end up locking all us up. To make a long story short, they locked all us up. You know what I'm saying? They took us back there. They end up putting me, quite nasty. When you go to the shoe, they're going to try to put you and your cellar together. That's if y'all end up going together. So they put me and Bird in the cell together, put J-ROC and Tay in the cell together. We was kind of catacombed. We ended up doing about 30 days on that, man. We ended up doing 30 days on it. The first day we was out, we got our cell phones again. We got some more cell phones. Dog, I bought 3 cell phones when I was in there. I bought 3 cell. One of them I took from a nigga. Cause he was an old bitch ass nigga that motherfucking left us on stuck one time. We was, get ready to get into something and he left us. No, I didn't take it for that because I spared him on that. You know what I'm saying? And this here was at Bennettsville. And it was another situation where it was some pressure happened. And he ran again. And goddamn this time, goddamn it, I got fed up with it. Goddamn, I went in there with one of them little sniper gang little nigga I was talking to, went in there with one of them little goddamn little sniper game niggas. I say, look, nigga, just hold, look, you just motherfucking hold the door. You ain't got to do a motherfucking thing. And he held that motherfucking door and I went in there on, I went in there with that thing on his ass and I just upped it on him. Goddamn, I wasn't gonna stab him. I was just trying to scam to get the phone any motherfucking way. I ain't wanna get in no motherfucking trouble and get shit from paradise. Bitch, I was faking. But goddamn it, I got that motherfucking cell phone from his bitch ass. But anyway, Bennettsville was beautiful, man. It was a breath of fresh air. I had done been desensitized in the penitentiary. You know what I'm saying? Like, I didn't know what luxury was no more. It was just rough. Everything was rough and tough for me. So when I went there and everybody was a little nicer, it was like a lot of little disrespectful shit going on in the mediums that don't go on, but it wasn't hostile. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't a hostile environment that I was used to. Niggas ain't checking no paperwork. You know what I'm saying? Niggas like, man, I don't give a fuck. I'm just laid back, man. I ain't got number 2-3 years. The average nigga that's in the medium, other than him starting there, if he come out them pins, he kind of short anyway. He ain't on shit anyway. You know what I'm saying? Because you didn't have a whole lot of dudes at Bennettsville that they came there and that was their first medium. A lot of them had them been around the system and had them been in them pins and people knew each other and everything. Yeah, but I remember OG Freeze them, man, threw an all-white party, man. That shit was funny as hell, man. It wasn't funny that they threw the all-white party. That shit was fly as a motherfucker.
So what they had on all kitchen white?
Man, them niggas had on all kitchen white, man. I think OG Freeze got that on his page, man. They had an all kitchen white. They was clean as a bitch, dog. Them niggas was clean as a bitch, but boy, they made one mistake. They was on Instagram and Facebook. And the administration got hold of that shit, and it was at 4 o'clock count, I think. I'll never forget it. And they started escorting them niggas. Next thing you know, hey, you know how they had them long-ass counts? Count like usually don't last number about 30, 40 minutes. Nigga, and count at 4, right? Niggas down there 5:30. Like, why the fuck these crackers ain't cleared this motherfucking count yet? That's the thing right there. Bitch, you need to clear the count. I need to take a shower after in the wreck. Bitch, I just motherfucking come from wreck. I'm sweaty. I'm stinking. Yeah. I need to warm my motherfucking food up. It's a lot of reasons why you crackers need to motherfucking clear this motherfucking count.
Right.
Man, next thing you know, I seen about 20 polices walking from across the compound to go down there and freeze them unit down there in B1. I said, oh shit, something going on. Because I'm looking out the window. I'm in the cell with Bird. I said, oh shit, something going on. I look out the motherfucking window. Next thing you know, I seen them escort them niggas out one by one. It wasn't that day that they did it. I think it was probably the next day or something like that right there. But probably somebody told us some shit like that. You know what I'm saying? But Bennettsville was wide open, man. It was wide open. I met a bunch of good dudes there, man. Solid motherfuckers, man. You know what I'm saying? And you like do that through this journey. You know what I'm saying? Whenever you're on this journey right here, you meet dudes from all over the country that's, I don't give a fuck where they from. New York, California, this and that. You just meet, you know what I'm saying? You meet good men, man. So I hadn't got so spoiled at that motherfucker. I'm talking about I was real relaxed there, man. The police ain't fucking with me. If you went to jail at Bennettsville for dealing with the police, it was you. Like, we had a couple of assholes. Out of 60 polices, you got 3 assholes. Okay, I'm gonna give you that, and you can kind of get around them because you know who they is. But if you going back and forth with the police over there and go to jail, man, that was on you, man.
Yeah, most black officers?
Yes. That bitch 85% black. Yeah, that bitch 85% black. That bitch was real cool. Man, I'm down with my motherfucking case managers. I'm down with all of them, man. I'm cool with all them bitches. You know what I'm saying? Because you got to think that what y'all don't realize is when I say cool, and I'm talking about these motherfuckers work part of the goddamn administration. I'm not cool in the sense that they my friends. I don't mean it like that. I mean, your unit team is responsible for your life. Right or wrong? They're responsible for your life, meaning everything dealing with your transfers, dealing if something happened with your family, dealing if you got any kind of thing, you ain't going to the warden and nothing like that. You going to your unit team, man. You know what I'm saying? And so I was always trying to get along with him. And you get some of them that be fucked up. Them unit teams be fucked up like a motherfucker.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But I always try to motherfucking stroke them real good. Like, hey, man, look, man, I ain't want no problem, man. I'm trying to get up out of here and this and that. Cause when you get that unit team ass against you, your ass will end up in Alaska, man.
Right.
Hell yeah, I done seen it happen. You fuck around and get that whole unit team against your ass, it's over with. Yeah. But yeah, man, Bennettsville was a nice little trip for me, man. I stayed at Bennettsville about 4 years.
Then you said you left Bennettsville, where you went?
Okay, this is what happened, man. They sent me to they sent me to Mariana, what you call a dropout / chomo / snitch camp. Yeah, I know that sounds crazy, y'all don't. But this is how that happened, and I need to hurry up and say that before the camera rolled too fast. Mariana got knocked down with a hurricane around about a couple of years ago or something like that, maybe close to 3 years ago, and they closed the prison down. Well, in 2021, going into 22, they reopened the prison. This is in Mariana, Florida. They reopened it. Now, this prison was for, at that time, chomos. A chomo is a child molester / homosexual. That's what they call them in Fed. They call them chomos. Have you ever heard that word? That's child molester / homosexual. That was for them, and you had it for the snitches, and then you had it for the dropouts. A dropout is somebody that's no longer in the gang, and he can't be nowhere else, so they, they end up sending him there. Even in places like that now, I'm gonna speak up for the good men. Even though they have camps like that, out of 1,500 motherfuckers, that ain't the only motherfuckers there. They'll still have a bunch of good men sprinkled out amongst that motherfucker. Now, I ain't gonna say that just because every man that was in Mariana, like he was a fucked up motherfucker, because them crackers would do that. Which leads me up to how my ass end up there. So, I always heard about that shit. Mariana fucked up. Well, no, Mariana used to be sweet back in the days. That bitch had pool tables and everything. But then when they turned over to a goddamn child molester camp and for rats and dropouts, that's what turned me against, like, man, I don't want to be down there. I don't give a fuck about that. I don't want to be around that shit. So, when the hurricane hit it 2 years prior to, they shut it down for 2 years. So when they open it up in 21, now they putting all those inmates back in those beds now. Boom, boom, boom. They getting all these inmates and they putting them back in the bed. Some of them old, some of them new. But now we got a problem. All right, we got a problem because it's 300 open beds at this prison, and we need to fill these motherfuckers up. So somebody in the BOP, that's the Bureau of Prisons, came up with the smart idea of getting people that was getting ready to go home. Like me, I had 9 months left, and let us fill that gap in right there. So they went all over the system, because the day I left, they got about 10 of us. They got about 10 of us from Bennettsville and end up shipping us there. Mm-hmm. But they got all us from all over the whole country, and them 300 beds that needed to be filled, they used us to fill them up, and that's how I end up in Mariana. And it's crazy because I was having so much fun up there in Bennettsville. Bennettsville is in South Carolina. I'm from Florida. That when they told me I was going home to Florida, I don't have number 9 months left now, and they telling me I'm going home to Florida to go to Mariana, I was mad as a motherfucker. I ain't even want to go back. Listen, now had they said Coleman, probably, but from my understanding, Coleman Medium had done got fucked up too, so I still would have motherfucking opted to stay up there any motherfucking way. But man, when they told me I was going there, I was mad as a motherfucker, and I had 9 goddamn months left.
How was your time at Mariana?
My time was at Mariana. It was all right, to tell the truth. You know what I'm saying? Time is kind of like, you know what I'm saying, what you make it. You know what I'm saying? It's like, and you can put me in confinement, and you put me 4 walls around me, and you give me some sheets and blankets and stuff like that. I'm gonna try to set that room up in a way to where it's comfortable for me, even in that small space. You know what I'm saying? Even though I got my little stuff folded up and got my books right here, and this my little workout section over here. So I'm saying that to say is this, even in the most fucked up spots, you know what I'm saying, you should be able to, try to find some kind of comfort. You know what I'm saying? So yeah. I end up meeting some good dudes there. I end up meeting some good dudes over at Mariana. I was there, me and Terrence Gangster Williams, we was there together. He left a little bit after I had got there, and we didn't get a chance to actually sit down and have a conversation, but we definitely, we done saw each other around the compound and stuff like that right there. Dude had them pointed him out to me one day. like, hey man, you know what I'm saying? You know who that is? I'm like, nah, I don't know who that is. He's like, man, that's gangster. You know what I'm saying? That's baby brother. I was like, oh, all right, this and that, you know. And at that point, he hadn't got out of prison or anything like that. So yeah.
All right, you coach.